This is the owner's handbook for a Speed Twin 1200. This is a model year 2023, so it should apply to most recent Speed Twin 1200s when you ride a Triumph. Now, I had it open already because this is very important. A lot of times we just take our motorcycle to the dealership. This will save you money and time. And I have it already open. This is what it looks like in the bottom of the motorcycle. What we're doing is just removing this plug right here, the drain plug, and changing the oil filter. And why would we want to do that? Because it's part of the annual service interval. Now, if you look at right here on page 103 in your manual, it tells you your maintenance schedule. So if you look at the annual service, there are dots right here that you need to be doing on your annual. So on your annual, all you need to do really is check engine for leaks, replace the engine oil, replace the oil filter, and that's it as far as the lubrication. The next thing is the cooling system. You want to check for leaks, and also you want to look at the coolant level, and you also want to check the clutch. You want to check the lever, the pivot. These are all visual checks, guys. There's nothing that you need to adjust here. All right, here we go. We're going to change the oil. We already did the visual inspection. And if you're doing the visual inspection and your motorcycle is spark, you'll actually know if there's any leaks. So the only thing we're doing now is changing the oil. I have a stand right here, but I'll use the stand after I drain the oil, because once you put the stand underneath the bike, you won't have access to the drain plug. You don't need a big one. Just slides underneath. This is the drain plug right here. There we go. Drain plug right there. Using my watch as a flashlight so you guys can see. So we'll just remove it. That's an Allen wrench. And after we remove the drain plug, we'll remove the oil filter, which is right here. This is a 5/16 Allen. Not tight at all. After you break that seal, just gonna make sure the drain plug is the drain, your pan. There you go. So I have the drain plug right here. Just wipe it off. You're supposed to replace this washer, but the washer looks very good, so I'm not gonna replace that. I'm gonna wipe it off. That's all I'm really doing. And the next thing is we're removing the oil filter. Now I'll put this in the description below. I opted with a K&N oil filter, part number KN204-1. Now your oil filter right here, best way to remove the oil filter is to use an oil filter wrench, which I do have since I've done this before. Here's an oil filter wrench that I actually used before, and it's just attaches to your Allen wrench. This is 65/7014, and again I'll put this as well on the description if you want to pick one of these up. Right there, and you just, there we go. It shouldn't be tight, so when you're replacing these guys, just make sure you don't over tighten these. Then it's going to create a lot more mess. Here we go. This is the oil we're going to be using today, Castrol Power 1. This is also in the owner's manual, which is a recommendation. I'm using a 10 weight 40, and you're going to need 4 cores. You might not need all 4 of them, but definitely over 3. You can go ahead and take out our new oil filter. We just got to put a little bit of oil, no oil here on the seam. Try a good seal when you're closing this out. Put a little bit of oil in there, and then all we do is screwing this in, which we're gonna do now. We're just screwing it back on. Just turn it hand tight. Here's the drain plug. I'm gonna reuse the same washer. Wipe off any spillage. Your drain plug, just a little bit. You don't have to overdo it. And that's how you change the oil filter and drain the oil. Now we'll just gotta fill up the bike. But before I do that, I want to put this on a stand. The reason why I want to put the bike on a stand, because when I'm filling up the oil, which is right here, I can better see the glass depending on how full it is. Because if it's in a stand like that, it's tilted, obviously gravity takes over, you won't get an accurate level of the oil. It's supposed to be sitting right in between these two slots right here. Don't go overfill it, just right here in the middle. So I'm gonna stand this up. Now this is very easy. It's really a good idea to have a motorcycle jack. Normally I just guide it, I hold it, and then we'll jack it up. I don't have to go all the way up, just enough to get it leveled. All right. So the bike is on the stand. Now it's easier to work on it. All we're doing now is filling the bike again with oil. Just remove the oil cover, wipe it off a little bit. And this is a good idea if you have a funnel like this. You can kind of move around. And if you want to buy the same oil funnel as I have, I'll also put it in the description below. All right, first one done. Get the second one over. So I already put 3 of them, 3 bottles. And as you can see here, it's at the level where I need to be, or just at the lower part of it. See if you can see it. So what I'm gonna do is just add a little bit of the 4th bottle, and then it should be good to go. Just a little bit, and that's where I want to be, somewhere in the middle, and you don't want it to go past that. So it's really 3 and maybe a quarter, not even. All right, that's good enough for me. That's the reason why I use the jack, to be able to give me a leveled reading. And you're just replacing the cap back. We just changed the oil of the 2023 Speed Twin. Now, if you're doing a service for the first time, which is your break-in service, your check engine light would turn on. I made a video of that. I'll put it in the link in the description below too, or you can click at the end of this video to watch your initial break-in service. Now, since this is annual, and I did my service before the check engine light turns on, I'm just gonna reset it. Just make sure the stand is still on. Yep, it's still engaged. Now we change the oil of the motorcycle. The next thing we need to do is update the check engine light. If it's not on, it means you're doing your maintenance before the check engine light is on. So what you're gonna need is an Android phone right here. You're gonna download an app from tuneecu.net. I'll put it on the description. And you're gonna need Nexus Bluetooth OBD. First thing you need to do is plug in the Bluetooth OBD interface, turn on your motorcycle to on, and make sure it's on run. All right, so everything is on, motorcycle's on, and then you got your OBD. After you download your app, you got to register. You got to pay. I forgot how much it was, but I think it's less than $20, and you can register up to 5 bikes, I think, or 6. We'll find out right now. So after I download it, this is the app right here, Tune ECU, and you're greeted with this. You go to setting and you register the app first, and then from there, you want to connect the motorcycle. Now it's connected to Nexus. You'll see that it's blinking here as well. And then you tap on ECU. Now you'll have all these options right here. Now you can play with it if you have error codes. There's no error code in this bike. And information about basically the serial number. But what you want is tests and adjustments. What we're here is to reset service interval right here. Tap on that and hit run. Now you want to do on miles. So I want to do the distance. I'd say I just want to do 5,000 miles. And then I can change it again. Run it. So next service now is 5,000 miles. Validate, hit yes. And then it's done. Now, if your check engine light was on, it will automatically shut it off. And that's all you really need. And then you can disconnect it. Turn this off. And you are done. That's how easy it is to change your own oil on a Triumph Speed Twin 1200. This is 2023 model. I'm sure it's going to work with a 2024, 2025. They all are the same. So if you learned something new in this video, go ahead and hit subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one.